Your news starts now.
Good evening, I'm Angela Morian.
And I'm Amber Worthy. Thank you for joining us for News 12 Now at 11. The search continues for the man accused of killing 4 people and injuring others at a Waffle House near Nashville. We're learning more about the customer who stepped in and is being credited for stopping the shooting rampage.
The suspect has been added to the TBI's top 10 most wanted list. Laura Podesta has the latest on the hunt for the shooter.
Just before 3:30 Sunday morning, a gunman wearing only a jacket arrived at this Waffle House in Antioch, Tennessee, and started shooting.
The Waffle House looks like there's a female at the location saying there's a male white who has no clothing on that's shooting at the location. We're getting multiple calls on this.
Police identified the suspect as 29-year-old Travis Reinking. 6 people were shot. 4 of them, ranging in age from 21 to 29, were killed. James Shaw Jr., a customer, charged the shooter and grabbed his assault-style rifle.
I just took it and I tossed it over the counter.
He's being hailed as a hero.
I don't think I want to be a hero. I think I just want to be James, and James used what he had to free himself, and in the midst of freeing himself, he saved, people.
Police say Reinking ran from the Waffle House after Shaw intervened. Investigators think he may have stopped at his apartment to put on pants. Reinking remains at large and could be armed.
He's murdered 4 times with no apparent reason and no apparent motive.
Reinking was known to law enforcement. The Secret Service said he was arrested last July in Washington, D.C. after crossing a barrier near the White House. Investigators say they have reason to believe he has some mental health issues. Laura Podesta, CBS News.
Officials say an employee from the Waffle House was killed in the shooting, along with 3 customers. If you have any information, you are urged to call police. Well, a viewer sent us this picture of a house fire in Cleveland. The home is located off Wildwood Avenue. You can see the heavy smoke coming from the home in this picture. No word yet on if anyone was home when the fire started or what caused it.
And 2 men are behind bars facing several charges after a chase involving Hamilton County Sheriff's Office deputies. They say around 5 p.m. last night, they saw a car traveling south on Highway 60 at, quote, a high rate of speed. Officials say that driver was placing other citizens in danger. Deputies stopped the vehicle around 5300 Highway 60. The driver, Ethan Hall, told deputies that he tried to evade the traffic stop because his license was suspended. Hall was cited for several things, including reckless driving, and deputies say drugs were found on the passenger, James Michael Thompson. Both were transported to the Hamilton County Jail.
We received these pictures of a pipe that burst on Cummings Highway earlier today. One side of the road was blocked off. The viewer who was there when this happened says the roadway had a few cracks in it around where the pipe was.
And 2 more Athens Park Blood gang members have been arrested and charged under the RICO indictment. The other 4 that were announced this week are still at large. According to the Chattanooga Police Department, Rodney Lumnick and Demisha Clark are in custody. Both Kirk and Lumnick are charged with racketeering enterprise and racketeering conspiracy. They were amongst the more than 50 gang members who were listed in that RICO indictment. And Tennesseans now have the option to purchase their liquor on Sundays as of today. However, if you stop at your local grocery store this weekend, you are going to be out of luck. Those businesses will not be allowed to sell liquor until January 1st. It would also change the hours of operation for liquor stores across the state to 10 a.m. to 11 p.m. An amendment was added to the bill by the House to keep them from selling on Easter, Christmas, and Thanksgiving.
It was a fairly contentious vote, but obviously the votes in favor won. At that point in time, we said, well, we will defer to the will of the legislature on this one and sign the law. And my comment all along was, as soon as the bill gets to me, I will sign it, which is what we did.
The state Senate and House both approved the measure this week. And President Trump and North Korea's leaders have come a long way since the days of exchanging personal insults. They are expected to meet in the coming weeks.
North Korea set the stage for those talks in a big way last night with a nuclear surprise. But is it real progress or an empty promise? Here's Errol Barnett.
The announcement by North Korea's state media that dictator Kim Jong-un is suspending all nuclear tests and dismantling one of the country's nuclear test sites is being hailed by world leaders, including President Trump, who calls it good news for North Korea and the world. The administration's demand Pyongyang get rid of its entire nuclear arsenal has not been achieved. But this latest move is a signal Kim Jong-un may be serious about denuclearization talks. United Nations Ambassador Nikki Haley said UN-enforced sanctions worked.
The Security Council really came together.